There was a time when music wasn't streamed, it was curated. You didn't add to playlist, you dragged and dropped. And every song on your MP3 player felt like a treasure you carried in your pocket. Today, we're diving deep into the rise, fall, and legacy of vintage MP3 players, those tiny devices that changed how we listened, shared, and loved music. Before iPods became a symbol of cool, there were dozens of quirky, futuristic little gadgets, each promising 1,000 songs in your pocket. But where did this revolution begin? And how did we go from clunky flash drives to the cultural phenomenon that was the iPod? Let's rewind to the late 90s, when digital music was still a wild experiment, and Napster was shaking the music industry to its core. Origins, the first digital music devices, 1997 to 1999. In 1997, a company called Saeon Information Systems from South Korea created the MPMan, the world's first commercially available MP3 player. It had just 32 megabytes of memory, barely enough for a few songs. But it was revolutionary. For the first time, you could listen to digital music without a CD or cassette. Around the same time, Diamond Multimedia released the reshaped MP300, a chunky little device that sparked lawsuits from the recording industry. The RIAA claimed MP3 players would destroy music as we know it. Sound familiar? Yet, despite the fear, MP3 players caught on. Early adopters, students, tech geeks, travelers, loved the portability and freedom. The explosion, early 2000s innovation and style wars, 2000 to 2004. The early 2000s saw a design boom. Companies like Creative, iRiver, Arcos, and Sony jumped into the game. Each device had personality, from transparent cases to color screens, and sometimes even FM radios or built-in mics. Then came Apple's iPod in 2001. Sleek, white, and futuristic, it wasn't the first, but it defined the era. The click wheel, iTunes, and those iconic white earbuds became cultural symbols. You weren't just listening to music, you were showing your identity. TV ads pulsed with silhouettes dancing to, "Are You Gonna Be My Girl?" and Vertigo. The iPod was no longer a gadget. It was a lifestyle. The peak of the portable revolution, 2004 to 2008. Suddenly, everyone had an MP3 player. From the shuffle-in-your-pocket iPod Shuffle to the feature-packed iRiver H320 with color screens and lyric displays. Even cheap, no-name MP3s flooded the market, sold in street stalls and school fairs. If you grew up in the 2000s, you probably remember scrolling through songs named Track 01.mp3, and one corrupted file that just wouldn't play. It was more than convenience, it was personalization. Each playlist was a reflection of who you were. Your crush's name in the title, your mood, your secret late-night soundtrack. Think back, you're sitting on a bus, earbuds in, staring out the window as your favorite song loops. Maybe you renamed every file just right. Maybe you remember the anxiety of a dead battery on a long trip. And that tiny screen, blue backlight, blocky text, somehow made it feel intimate. The MP3 player wasn't just tech, it was a time capsule. A snapshot of your teenage years, your first heartbreak, your first download. But then, smartphones happened. By 2008 to 2009, the iPhone and Android devices absorbed everything the MP3 player could do, and more. Music shifted from files to streams. From owning to accessing. Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube changed the game, making the once magical MP3 player feel obsolete. Slowly, those beloved devices disappeared, drawers, boxes, forgotten, batteries swollen. Yet, there's something poetic about MP3 players. They mark a moment in tech history where music was yours. Tangible. Finite. And even today, collectors and nostalgic fans keep them alive, modding, restoring, cherishing them as relics of a golden digital age. So, next time you tap play on your streaming app, remember, it all started with a few megabytes, and a dream to carry music everywhere. This has been Retro Treasure Unearthed, where every click, beep, and pixel tells a story.